Hey everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program RP-0, the mod suite for the Realism Overhaul series of mods for Kerbal Space Program. Today we are continuing to test for ReEntry in hopes of eventually pursuing a crewed space program. What we have here is the RA8-D, as in Delta. We have made significant improvements to this rocket, and I've chosen to go with it instead of trying to launch more of those disastrous GR1s that apparently were under-engineered to the point of being catastrophic. While we're waiting for this to fuel, which we'll finish up in just a couple of seconds here, we have upgraded the LR89 series engines. I've forgotten the model designation, but they basically get, it's the same thrust, same ISP. They give us about 15 seconds longer runtime, so I was able to up the utilization of the booster tanks to accommodate for that. We have upgraded our second stage engine from the RD-0105 to the RD-0109, which gives us better thrust and better ISP. Everything from there on up remains pretty much the same. Optimizations in fuel tanks, to switch from the fuselage to the service module, which are way lighter and makes this rocket way more capable. We're just waiting on our last bit of liquid oxygen to be pumped into our center stage here, and then we're going to get this little guy up to orbit, and then hopefully have a successful re-entry test to fulfill a contract. So let's fast forward a little bit, just make that happen. Alright, and we are go for launch. Let's peg out our throttle and move our course booster down to the sim ignition. Uh-oh, this makes me question things. Alright, let's just go. And ignition is good. Lift off. So even with my internal volume adjusted, I'm still showing it way loud on that engine noise. I apologize. I've been trying to get that tweaked, but what I'm working with is just not very good. It's really the impetus there is that I'm cheap and don't have quality editing software, or any editing software really, as you can tell by my let's just play some video games laissez-faire-esque attitude. Alright, so we're getting into our gravity turn a little sooner than normal. The impetus of this flight is not so much altitude, we just need to be above 150 kilometers, but we need to be at orbital velocity. This is probably the heaviest payload this rocket has ever been tasked with taking to orbit. I did some off-camera test launches, not of this particular vehicle, but of the D rocket, just with a different payload, and was highly impressed with the capabilities of just upgrading this rocket versus building an entire new one like I tried to do with the GR1. That was like a 20-minute hack ratchet job that failed just as spectacular as you expect something that was just thrown together out of frustration and anger would be. But this is a tried and true platform. I'm actually kind of proud of this little guy. It's a shame that we're going to be phasing him out really soon, because we're unlocking a lot of new technologies that will render this lift vehicle obsolete. They may be way more expensive, but this is a particularly cheap platform, clocking it at, I want to say around 12 or 13 grand for the D model with all its upgrades and everything. And it has proven at this point to be really reliable, which has been the bane of a lot of things that I've been trying to do. I need to start paying attention to apoapsis and time of apoapsis, because those are going to become very important. Although yes, we have taken a much shallower approach this time. I hope I'm not being drowned out. I may be too entirely close. There. That might be better, but this is really just not that much fun to watch, really. I have to say. Alright, we're coming up on booster set. And there they go. And this engine's a lot quieter, so we can go ahead and stay focused in here a bit. And just maintain. This engine we have not been able to upgrade yet, the RD-108 series. Still a damn good engine, I have to say. These, for how long they are actually in service, it may prove the same for this campaign. They're just so dirt cheap. Oh no, I did not set up action groups. Oh yeah, that's right. I got most of the science that I wanted to get from the goo canisters, or the biological samples, sorry, and the film canister. I'm pretty sure I do have a film canister on this too, but as it's biome specific, I'm hoping I can get pictures from space, not over water. Maybe we'll, I don't know, I don't think on this launch we're going to come, well, we might do a fly past to Russia. We might have to see what our red friends are up to. Alright, we've passed the Kármán line, so we're going to jettison those fairings. Alright, fairing set is good. I have retooled the reentry vehicle a bit in hopes of saving some money, in that we're going to try to recover our deorbit stage, these RCS thrusters and the RCS tank. Those were jettisoned the last time, but we'll see if they survive. They may not. Alright, our apogee is appropriate for this mission, so we're going to go ahead and try to just bring this down a bit. I'm really hoping to build a little more time to apogee around the 2-minute mark or so, to allow that RD-0109 room to work. But it might not have enough oomph to circularize. We may be relying on our AJ-10 for that, but that is per the plan, I should say. Like I said, this is a pretty heavy payload. As far as this rocket's concerned, I think it comes in at just under 2 tons total. It's like 1.7 or 1.8. Alright. Sorry, not paying attention to my prograde vector, and I really need to be, because I should try to mitigate some of these steering losses to kind of help out, although really this is the only thing that's coming back. There's no saving the rest of this rocket. It's all just gone. Alright. And yeah, just a couple seconds until we've got Miko. It is very pretty out there. Alright. Just a second or two more. Alright, there's Miko. Stage set. Ignition. We have a good light on the RD-0109. And yeah, 2 grand delta V in there as opposed to the 1800 or so we were getting with the RD-105. So we should have plenty of room to get all of this done, but in the interest of not just staring at it for a while, we're going to go ahead and do physical time work. This is our last kerosene liquid oxygen stage, so this is, those are gone, then we know we're good. But I'm going to be popping in and out of time work momentarily to adjust that heading. Alright, that's enough deviation. We'll go ahead and bring that back down to horizon. Minute 10. How long we got left on this burn? 4 minutes. So we'll just pitch it up just a bit. Help preserve some of that. Ooh, that frame skip made my heart jump a little bit. I thought we maybe lost the engine there, but I think the AJ-10 has more than enough in the tank where it could finish out this circularization if it needed to. In future tests of this, we'll be using that AJ-10 to go to a much higher orbit, like near lunar, to test really how much gumption that heat shield has, if it can handle something for your turn or not. I don't think it's technically lunar rated, but we're gonna push the envelope as wide open as we can. Alright, we are walking that time to apogee back up, so just angle it in. We don't really need to buy a whole lot of time on this. Yeah, we're down to 1:13 for this stage, just over a minute for apogee. So let's just take it straight to the horizon and run with it. Now this might have enough to circularize us after all. Look at that. Let's just let it ride. Let's see how much altitude we can get out of this. Man, I did not see that coming. This RA8 continues to impress me every single time. Alright. We are now sitting at our perigee, so we are working that apoapsis all the way up. It's a shame to waste this whole AJ10 stage. I guess we're just going to use it for our deorbit maneuver, and that'll be that. So all of this was a completely unnecessary expenditure. Jesus. We can hit 1 million? Yeah. Alright. Dude. Way to go. I'm really proud of you. Too bad you're going to be debris floating aimlessly in orbit forever. Alright, there's that. Stage set. Get our RCS going. RCS is on. Engine is not activated. We're just going to gently push away from our circularization, our second stage there. And we're good. Alright, let's go find a biome we've not taken pictures of yet. Where is this gonna take us around to? So, yeah, no rush of this flight, sadly. But I'm pretty sure we can get some very scenic pictures of Africa. Oh man, what's our electric charge? Okay, our electric charge is good. Tropics, that's a good one. Take photographs. Just above Kerbin's Tropics. That's good for 15 science. I'll take it. And let's just make sure that we are satisfying the terms of our contract. Alright, crude, lunar flyby. I picked up one for those. Picked up a lunar impactor. Those are all in future missions. Lunar orbit, because I'm actually going to do it this time. Successful re-entry. Check, check, check. We just have to land or splash down on Kerbin. So, let's make it a point to do that. So, alright, we'll close our film canister doors. I'm pretty sure leaving it exposed is not re-entry rated. And we've got plenty of delta V, so I don't feel bad about doing this not on our apogees. Stable, let's fire it up. Alright, we just need to get our periapsis here down to, I'm going to say 65. Ooh, that's going to make it night, isn't it? I did not think about these things. Yeah, we'll be crossing. Okay, so, nope, it looks like we'll be coming down. We'll probably start our re-entry back here, so we'll be cresting into daylight as we do this. That works for me, so. Keep our alignment good, and we want to ditch that stage. Well, we probably want to do it above us, but I'm going to do it below us in hopes that we get a nice little view of the whole ordeal. And we're keeping our AJ10 stage because that has the bulk of our battery in it. Ooh. Well, yeah, it's too late now. Can I verify the settings on this parachute? Toggle info. Okay, pre-deployment 25. Yeah, that's where we want it. Let's arm that while we have a connection and we know things are going well. God help me if I forget to arm my parachutes. Alright. And we are in the atmosphere and we have good connection. So going to try to orient ourselves something resembling retrograde. What core do we have on here? It does not have much battery. Can I transfer some battery? No, not the solar panels. There we go. Move you out of the way. No, I cannot. Dang it. Alright, well, the parachute is armed. That's the best we can do. Decouple. Bring ourselves away from the stage and orient to retrograde just as quickly as we can. Alright. And I cannot tell flight computer just to hold this. I could probably tell the other flight computer, but I'm pretty sure it's going to just mess it up. So, here we go. Sorry, it's all at nighttime. What are we looking at? Uranus. Ho ho! Alright, bring up the health of our heat shield here. Our faithful AJ-10 stage falling away. Hope that doesn't come back to haunt us. Ooh, Venus cresting over the horizon. Alright, we are starting to burn off some of our ablator. Ooh. There's the destruction of our transfer stage. Sorry, guy. Alright, we have no connection. Oh, that's just amazing. Jupiter, Venus, Mars. Oh, that's so pretty. Alright. Now we can begin our deceleration in earnest. Oh yeah, those RCS thrusters are completely exposed. We're starting to see some of the plasma trail. Let's zoom out and get a good look at this. Oh, that is amazing. That's gonna be oh man, what are we over? Like, I don't want to miss any of this, but I want to see where I am and where I'm coming down. Oh yeah, we're coming down in the Pacific. That's fine. It's a good thing we're not going to take out anybody's house in Texas. Yeah, we still haven't blown up any of those thrusters, and that's a miracle. Coming up on about the halfway point for our heat shield. Thrusters look like they're really trying to fight something hard to hold this attitude. Whoa, alright, I should not have intervened. Tried to induce some rule, level it out, because it's really messing with my OCD. That is just pretty. That thing is really taking a pounding. Yeah, 8 Gs. More than half of our heat shield gone. Alright, looks like we'll be rounding out our deceleration here. This is about as fast as it's going to be. Yeah. Pulled about 8.5 Gs, it looked like, according to our slidey scale over here. Sorry. Alright. And no connection, so we cannot ditch that heat shield. We just kind of have to hope that this parachute is enough. I don't know how rugged that film canister is either, so maybe it's good that we have something else there to kind of hold the blunt for us. But, barring a parachute failure, that it appears this is going to go pretty well. And flight computer remote tech have not locked me out of RCS control, which I guess is good. let's just follow it down until we've got our chute deploy. We can turn off, well, no, we can't turn off our SAS because we don't have a connection. I think we, nope. Oh man, so much fuel left in that thing, but I guess I had not intended for it to not have to need to use some of that to make orbit adjustments. Alright, we're coming up on our chute deploy. Oh, I set it for 2,500. I usually set them for 3,000. There we go. Alright. Chutes are out. And full deployment. Whew. And 6.5 meters a second on impact. We could have used a little more breathing room on that full deployment, but you know what? We got it. That was a good re-entry. Let's make sure we got it. Contract complete. 52 large. That always helps. That's going to do it for this one, guys. Thanks for hanging out, man. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next one. And until then, I will see you later.